Here in America, we believe in three things: freedom, making everything just bigger, and of course, democracy. Now, the year is 2024, which means it's time for the biggest popularity contest ever, the US presidential election. This year, it's looking like our two top contenders are a rematch of 2020, Biden and Trump. Now, let's talk about elections. Unless you live in North Korea or something, I'm pretty sure we all know what a democracy is. In theory, it's all simple. You vote for who you like, and whoever has the most supporters wins. But what if a bad actor came in and tried to mess up elections? That's what we'll examine in this video. All of my inspiration came from a YouTuber named Primer, who made a video about various types of elections and the trade-offs that come with each. You should give it a watch. Now, let's get to coding. I'll be using Python and Pygame, because Python is the best language, of course. But where do we start? Well, now we have a thing to work with. So here's the game plan. We're going to have two game modes, a tutorial, which actually teaches you concepts about elections, and a free play, which puts you in a random situation to see if you could win in it. Alright, with just a bit of coding added, we should now see a new and improved home screen. Now, what's next? Oh yes, transitions. Now that we have our beautiful level select menus, we should try and create some actual content. Now, how will voting simulation work? Like Primer, let's imagine an ideological plane. Let's say the bottom left thinks cereal is a soup and hot dog is a sandwich, and the upper right believes the opposite. Voters will be placed on this plane, and they'll vote for whichever candidate they are closest to distance-wise on the plane. Then, whoever has the most votes in that voting space wins the entire thing. If there are multiple voting spaces, the positions of the candidates are the same, but voters move around, and you win voting spaces, sort of akin to districts or the Electoral College. Now look at that, in a few minutes our simulator is done. Yeah, I'm the best, I know. That being said, the right side is looking a bit empty. Let's fix that, let's add the settings for random mode and add the explanations for each level. Now will be a good time to explain each concept while pass me codes in the corner over there. The first level, coalitions, is all about interest groups. Yes, the same ones you hear about lobbying about. As a candidate, it is imperative that you gather these groups' favor, as they'll do a lot of the financing for your campaign and represent gaining huge swaths of voters. The second level, polarization, is about how voting scenarios in real life tend to pull candidates towards the polar ends. For example, in 2020, Sanders was a lot more left than Biden, and so in order to recoup some of the lost votes, Biden, who was more moderate, also had to move to a more extreme stance. The third level, spoiler effect, is about how third parties can lose the election but still change the outcome. Let's say you and your sibling are fighting your parents, and you're trying to convince them to get pizza over salad. By yourself, you can stand a 2v2. However, let's say your parents then offer burgers, and your siblings like burgers more. Suddenly, pizza has 1 vote, burgers has 1 vote, but salad has 2, so salad wins, even though both of you dislike that outcome. The fourth level, winner takes all, describes why third parties can never win significant parts of the Electoral College. Because even the slightest majority can win you all the votes of a state, third-party candidates who might have 15% of the vote get 0% of the overall seats. The fifth level, Electoral College, is about the failure of the Electoral College to vote for what the people actually want. In this situation, you win the popular vote by a landslide, but lose the overall electoral vote. This happened in 2016, where Clinton won the popular vote but lost the Electoral College to Trump. Well, it looks like Pass Me has finished about the same time. What a coincidence. Alright, let's see what it looks like now. I think it looks pretty good, but this haha yes gov game go brr is getting a bit old now. Let's say goodbye to white Calibri text and make something a lot more epic. Overall, I'm pretty proud of this project. I learned a lot about politics and voting systems, and I hope you did too. Catch you later!